The Porsche Museum in Stuttgart houses all the notable models and vehicles, even farm machinery, in the famous German sports car maker's history. But for this event, the classic and vintage models are just a backdrop. All eyes are on a world premiere.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new Porsche Cayenne.
Oliver Blume of Porsche explains that in 2002, Porsche entered a new segment, SUVs. And he says Porsche succeeded in rolling out the sports car for the segment. Since then, over 760,000 have been sold, and he's convinced the new Cayenne will pick up on that success. And it has all the qualities it needs to do so. The large wheels and flat windscreen speak a very clear design language, as does the C-pillar slanted forward and the big roof spoiler. Car tester Matthias Kurat is excited about it. He feels comfortable right off in a seat that's adjustable in every direction, north, south, east, and west. And he can make it longer and narrower or wider. On the right side are the handles typical of the Cayenne, so if he ever strikes out cross-country, as improbable as that may be, his passenger can hold on tight. The driver can't, of course, because he'll need both hands on the steering wheel. There's a 12-inch display for the infotainment system in the center console, similar to the one in the Panamera. And also, as in the Panamera, the actual buttons are being replaced by touch elements on the glass screen. That makes a smart impression, as do the two displays to the right and left of a proper tachometer, an essential part of any Porsche. 3 choices of LED headlights are available for the Cayenne, including standard LED headlamps and the 84-diode matrix beam technology. Matthias notices this Porsche stands on 21-inch wheels, 31.5 centimeters wide in back and a bit narrower in front. It's the first time the Cayenne's front and back wheels have been different, and it's the first time it's had rear axle steering. That reduces the turning circle considerably and the chances of smacking one of these expensive rims against a curb. The designers faced the task of making the SUV immediately recognizable as a Porsche, but also as robust as an off-road vehicle ought to be. And the grandson of the car maker's founder thinks they accomplished their task amazingly well. Wolfgang Porsche recalls that the first sketches looked almost like a clumpy vehicle, but he describes the final version as a real whopper, more attractive and just plain beautiful. A view other drivers on the road often have of the Cayenne is from the rear. Matthias likes the red taillight strip across the back, already familiar from other Porsche models. It's combined with the badging under glass. He thinks it looks very upscale and high quality, and it fits in with the taillight's 3-dimensional graphic look. The cargo space is neat, with the subwoofer below the floor, if the buyer has opted for the exclusive Bose sound system. The cargo space can be expanded by just shifting the rear seat forward a bit. There isn't a lot of room above because the C-pillar that gives the car a much sportier look outside reduces the space inside. 2 V6 turbocharged gasoline engines are available. Mattes points out that ever since the Cayenne was rolled out in 2002, every facelift or redesign has made it sportier, except the E3, as it was designated internally. The new Cayenne looks more like a classic Porsche than any Cayenne before, and he thinks if he reviews it for the show, he may well discover that it drives more like a classic Porsche than any other Cayenne as well.
Als alle anderen Cayennes.